Hello friends, I welcome you all to your own YouTube channel Finance Made Easy, where we discuss topics related to finance, investment and stock market and get updated with the latest news daily. So without any ado, let's get started. So today's video is going to be about a very interesting topic which most of you are confused about. So it is related to how to invest in US stock markets from India. So the tips which I am going to be discussed, it mostly applies to India, but similar facilities will be available from the other countries as well. So first of all, if you ask me, why do you want to invest in the US stock market? I totally agree that India is a developing economy and the returns in the stock market of India are expected to be much more higher than US. But if we take a look at the US economy from past, I guess, 5 years also, it has provided a significant returns uh, as comparable with the Indian benchmarks. Also, the IT companies of US have provided a much higher return than the average IT companies for India. You can take a look at few of the other points which I have summarized here. US is the biggest economy in the world, so that might be one of the reasons to invest in the US stock market. The presence of truly MNC global companies are there in US. The technological dominance, which I have pointed out, is far ahead in US as compared to any other country of the world. And US is well known for its index known as NASDAQ, which is a technologically heavy index, and there the most famous stocks are the FANGs, which you commonly known as Facebook, Apple, Alphabet, Netflix, Google and Microsoft. Those FANGs are the few of the corporates which have shown high growth and high returns in past few years. So now let's take a look at what are the ways to invest in the stock market. So roughly, if you see, there are three ways. One is through the any of the Indian brokers which have ties with the foreign broker in the US. The second way is directly through the foreign brokerage accounts. The third way is through the mutual funds, and I will add one more way on top of it, but I will tell it later because that is one of the favorite ways, my personal favorite, to invest in the US stock market. So before investing, let's take a look at what could be the key points to keep in mind. So first of all, if you are wondering what will be the taxation on the long term and short term capital gains, will I be taxed in both India and US? So I will answer this question as no, you won't be taxed in both the countries. Only you will be taxed in as per Indian taxation laws. So long term capital gains, as I have mentioned, the tax to be paid is 20% plus surcharge if applicable. The short term capital gains which are liquefied in less than 36 months, that are charged as per the income tax slab. And again, you can see dividend for domestic customers, it will be according to the DDT, the dividend distribution tax, the details of which you can see clearly on the screen. It is roughly around 29.12%. What are the requirements? If you ask, you need two things: the KYC with the brokerage you will be signing up with, and the second is the form A2, the details of which you can read by googling it yourself. These are the two requirements. Also, two things to keep in mind is that as per the law, while trading in the foreign securities of US, the brokerage firms does not provide you any margin facility, and also short selling is not at all allowed. Okay, so also now I will tell you the two major risks, or you can say the charges which you need to keep in mind. The brokerage charges, those will be pretty high if you open up an account with any of the domestic brokers or even with the foreign brokers like ICICI Securities or HDFC Securities, or directly with any of the foreign brokers like Charles Schwab's. So those charges you need to keep in mind, and the charges per trade, those will be significantly high. So you can't simply trade for smaller amounts because the charges will be approximately, I'm not saying, you can google in the charges, these may vary with each of the brokerage houses, but approximately it is like $50 per trade, or some percentage of the investment amount which you are making, whichever is less. So $50 convert to Indian rates, approximately at 70, if we take 70 INR per USD, will be 3,500. So that is pretty high charge. If you just want to trade for example, if you want to trade for $100 and you pay $50 as the charges, it won't be any beneficial for you as per the returns, right? So take into the consideration the brokerage charges and the trading charges, and the second thing is currency conversion charges. So two things on that. First will be the currency appreciation or depreciation. If the currency depreciates as per the US dollars, you will be again paying a much more amount for the same amount of USD, and also these charges fluctuate. So while buying, it might be that you are paying depreciated currency conversion ratio, and while selling you are paying an appreciated currency conversion ratio. So your returns will be significantly less than what you would have expected. So for each of these things, if you want me to make a detailed video, please comment in the below section. So coming back to our main focus of the video, that is how to invest. So as I have already mentioned, there are three ways. The first two ways are pretty simple. I have given you all the requirements and the things to consider while choosing any of the brokers. So you can again, I can briefly mention, you can choose any of the Indian brokers like ICICI Securities, Kotak Securities, or Reliance Money, which have tie up with the foreign brokers for the investment, or directly with the foreign brokers like Charles Schwab's. Now coming back to the last point, which I will break down into the two: investment via mutual fund and investment via something called as ETFs. ETFs are the exchange traded fund. If you want a separate video on that, please comment me below. I will tell you what is the difference between a mutual fund and ETF and which one is better. So if I look at few of my personal favorite mutual funds which invest in US stock markets are below. You can take a look at their returns and their portfolio, which I have captured from Value Research. So first is ICICI Prudential US Blue Chip Equity Fund. The returns you can see as compared to the BSE 100, which is the Sensex 500 benchmark. You can see the past performance of these US mutual funds are pretty good compared to the Indian benchmark. So if I take a look at last 1 month, BSE is 17 but the fund is 13, so here it is 4% less. But if you go ahead to the longer time frame, so for example, if you take a look at 6 months, there's a BSE 500 benchmark is minus 20.15%, whereas the fund has provided 4.10% returns. And on the longer horizon, you can see there is a drastic difference. So for example, if you take a look at 1 year, you can see that the BSE 500 benchmark is minus 21%, whereas the fund is almost 11%. So if you take a look at the difference, it's 32% difference in the ROI. So that's quite huge. The top holdings you can see are Amazon Inc., Biogen, Pfizer, Gillette, Caterpillar, Nike, all of which I truly consider diversified portfolio, and also global, true global MNCs. The next fund, which is one of my personal favorite, is Nippon India US Opportunities Fund. This fund also, if you take a look at the returns, it's very good compared to the S&P 500 benchmark. So for example, past 6 months the PSC is down by 20.15, but the fund has given 1% returns. Again, for 1 year, if we compare, the S&P BSE is down by 21.40%, but the fund is up by 7.34%. The top holdings you can see on the far right side are the Microsoft Inc., MasterCard, Facebook, Amazon, IQVIA Group, Visa, Alphabet. So this is also a pretty good fund if you want to invest in US MNCs. The third fund which I would like to mention, this is not truly a global a US based fund, but this is a diversified fund. So diversified fund I means is Parag Parekh long term equity fund. This diversifies into all asset classes, also among I guess a few of the global MNCs. So all asset classes means equity and debt it personally diversifies into, and also it diversifies its equity subsection into Indian and US stock markets. So this is one of the funds which has given good returns. I personally don't feel like investing in it, because if you want to diversify, you can either choose a sector based fund or a global fund, or especially if you want to diversify into equity and debt, you can personally do it by selecting a good debt fund and a good equity fund instead of choosing hybrid funds like this. But this is not a financial advice. You can take a look at the fund's returns, allocation, and discuss it with your financial manager and do the investment for yourself. So if we take a look at the returns, you can see that the fund has given 18% returns in past 1 month. In past 3 months it's negative of 16%. In past 6 months it's negative of 11%, which compared to BSE 500 is less negative. Why? Because it has diversified across the asset classes and also across the global. If you take a look at the fund's equity portfolio, it's Alphabet Inc. and Amazon topmost holdings, then the HDFC Bank, Facebook, and Bajaj holdings. Now I will tell you how I personally would like to invest in US equity markets. I started with the mutual funds, but the disadvantage of mutual funds is the NAV. So you can get the NAV at day's closing price only. So if the index fluctuates in between the day, I can't simply buy and sell, right? So what I do is prefer ETFs over mutual funds. So right now I have started investing in ETFs myself, and one of the best ETF to invest in US stock market is Nasdaq 100 ETF. So first I will like to tell you that there are 3 major key indices which US has. So those are Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P. So what is the difference between them? You can read about yourself, but what I say is S&P is the broadest of all index. It captures various segments across an economy. So this is the broadest. Dow is mostly focused on the industrial benchmarks, but the one which I prefer investing is the Nasdaq, because it has a mix of financial and technological services, but technology is one of the sector which I am bullish about. So since Nasdaq is heavily focused on technology, I personally prefer investment in Nasdaq. You can see that I have given a brief context about the LRS, which is liberalized remittance scheme, which is the law passed by RBI for investment in US stock market. It says it can't be greater than 250,000 per fiscal year, which will be very high number if we compare to the retail investors like you and me. And it also says we can invest via ETFs. So ETFs, I will tell you now my personal best, which is I was mentioning earlier also, which is N100. The ticker symbol is N100, which is Motilal Oswal Nasdaq top 100 ETF. This is an ETF that you can buy and sell on BSE and NSE. And let's take a look at its portfolio and its returns. So if you take a look at the returns, I guess it is one of the best performing ETF, or even the investment which I have made in my past years. If you take a look at 1 month, BSE 500 is 17% up, but the fund is 23% up. If you take a look at 6 months, BSE 500 is 20% negative and the fund is 17% positive. And in the longer horizon, you can see that difference is mind blowing. So if you take a look at 1 year, the BSE 500 is minus 21.40%, but this ETF is up 21.26%, which makes the difference between the returns to be approximately 42% in 1 year duration. And in the 5 years, you can see the CAGR. This is annualized returns, not the total returns. The 5 years, the BSC 500 is 3%, but the fund is 17.87%. And I tell you now why, because earlier in the video, remember I mentioned the FANGs, right? Take a look at the topmost holdings of this: Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, and Facebook. All the FANGs, and Netflix also are amongst its topmost asset allocation. The rest are Intel, PepsiCo, Nvidia, Comcast, Adobe, Costco, PayPal. So this is a very well diversified folio. This is in line with the Nasdaq 100 index that is traded on the US stock market, which is one of my personal favorites. So yeah guys, I hope you find the information I shared in the video useful, and if there was a doubt regarding any part of the video, or you would like me to create a separate video on any of the subtopics, you can mention that in the comment section. So if you like our mutual interest of stock market, finance and investment, you can be a part of our family by subscribing to the channel, pressing the bell icon so that you never miss an update from us, and liking and sharing this video. Till the next video, I wish you all good luck and happy investing.